everybody, welcome again to The Table Talk with Usiboniso, right here on our YouTube channel, The Table Talk with Usiboniso. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate the watch time, and also to everybody who's engaging with us on social media. Thank you so much. If you don't know, let me remind you, it's at @that_TTT show, at @TTT show on all social media, and also right here on YouTube. Remember to subscribe, like our content, and also share so that people can also know more about us and also get to know the content that we create right here on The Table Talk with Usiboniso. Alright, so today we are going to be drinking the original Five Roses Kalon blend. Those are two of my guests that are going to be joining me today. They are both in the modeling world, in the acting world, and also in the music video vixen world. So today is going to be very exciting. I must say, I'm actually so excited. As I make my tea, let's clap it up for Buhle Tshabalala. Hey Buhle, how are you?
Thanks, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. I think this one already can be your cup. Thank you so much for coming through to the show.
Thank you.
Amazing, you look amazing as well, I must say.
Thank you.
Right? Compliments galore. Right, so like for people who don't know who Buhle is, just give us a brief CV nyana from your childhood nyana. Just take us from maybe grade 3 up until now.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hi guys. Buhle Tshabalala. I am 22 years of age. I was born and raised in Zama too.
Shout out to the west side.
Yeah. So my upbringing, now I'm a model, and with my upbringing, I was a tomboy nyana, man.
Yes, and you wouldn't say that now.
Yeah. So everyone just thought I mean kulang zobe tomboy nyana, less nyana. Yeah. But other than that, my upbringing, I was always with guys. Yeah, my personality was more towards abafana, abafana kakhulu. Yeah.
Would you say because again or you're just drawn to the boys?
No, I was just drawn to the boys, but not Yeah, ekhaya akunabafana, actually kunomfana oyi-1.
Young or older? Oh, one! Well, Giti is a little girl amongst 4 boys.
Yeah.
She's the youngest.
It's only one guy, Oza after Mina, and then it's 3 girls.
How exactly did you find yourself within the modeling space?
Okay, actually, I was in primary school, Ezola Higher Primary, and there was a school trip that I told my mom about, trip, and then actually bengibuye late endlini. Then wangibuza ukuthi why ibuye late. I was like, no, khona abantwana bebareheza bayamotla so besibabukele yabo, so that's why I'm late. And then she was like, why didn't you answer? I was like, me pageants.
Right.
No, it's not my thing, G.
Yeah.
So I was good on anything like that has to do with the sports. And then she was like, okay, if you want to go to the school trip, answer the pageant first, then you go to the school trip. Yeah, I think it was just potentially bekayibona kimi ukuthi ngawina because bengithanda ukucompete then. Yeah.
So having started the whole pageant world from primary school, what's the biggest pageant that you've done? Like, woo.
You're putting me on the spot. Well, I think like all the pageants that I've entered in Watate serious because I'm say 1 or 2, but currently I have entered in Miss Gauteng exclusive.
Nice.
And it is the biggest pageant in Gauteng right now. Yeah, it doesn't only focus on beauty, like your normal pageants, on only beauty and your walk, your body. Yeah, it's more than a beauty pageant. So they do the whole thing. It's more than a beauty pageant. Actually, they focus more on your, they instill leadership skills.
Nice.
They also instill, they focus more on the entrepreneurial things.
Yes. That's amazing.
I've entered in Miss Gauteng exclusive.
I'm talking of organizations that take modeling and now are infusing it with more intellectual parts, if I can put it that way. What's your thought? There's always been this myth models are actually blonde, dumb, and stupid. That's why they are models.
Exactly.
What has been your thought on that?
Well, personally, I'm not dumb.
You know, right?
I am more than just my looks, actually. Yeah, I have far more to offer. So having patrons like Miss Gauteng exclusive who instill you with izinto or skills that you can use in your everyday life, I feel like it's now also got my pageant because it's only beauty, your height, your weight, your size. So now it's more on the brains and skills that can help you on your everyday life.
Any aspirations of entering Miss South Africa?
Well, definitely. I think it's every pageant girl's dream.
Right, yeah.
So, but not now. Unfortunately, not now.
Zola, as in you're Soweto person, right?
Yes.
From Soweto. Have you done Miss Soweto? I think right now, currently as we speak, they are doing finalists for this year's. Have you done?
No, I've never entered in Miss Soweto. Actually, my sister has entered. So, yeah, I want to give her all the support that she needs and not be in the same pageant. We'll be fighting over. It's like we're dividing supporters when it comes to the voting and stuff. So, una 24 and age limit it's 24. So I'll try and enter next year.
Right now, I think they have chosen finals or something.
Yes,
Is she?
Yes, she's in. Tshabalala.
Hey, do you remember the name Tshabalala?
Tshabalala.
Let her know she must also pull through and also. All right. Please enjoy your tea. I
will.
All right, guys. Before we get deeper into the conversation, let me let me welcome my second guest, who's also within the pageant and modeling world. As you can see, my guest has moved. If you are a true patron of the show, you know this has never been done before. Because we are still quite a new show, so we always try to revamp the set so that we can see how we can start cooler. But anyway, thank you so much to all our loyal viewers. Thank you so much to all our loyal patrons on social media at _T show. Thank you. Right now, guys, we're going to welcome the third member of this trio today. She's also a model. She's a music video vixen as well as an actor. Nxumalo yomZulu. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Zama Nxumalo. Hey, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. How are you? You look amazing. Thank you. Zama, this is Buhle. Buhle, this is Zama.
Hi, Zama.
Great. So, welcome to the show.
Cool.
I'm trying to pose a tea, I'm sure it's all thunder now. Yes, no, for the sake of this. Right. Okay. While we do this, tell us more about yourself. Who's Zama? Where's Zama from? Udumengan. Yes.
Okay. Igama lami uZama xolile zamaswazi noma Ntombi yomZulu buyenkandla. Ngasho nje kuningi nami ukuningi.
Yes.
Hayi kuningi nje. Angaqala la ukuthi ngikhule emndenini strict.
Yes.
Nomthetho la kumele ukuthi imigomo yonke nemibandela khona siyilandele. Kodwa ngikhulelanga emakhaya. Ngikhulela eGoli. Ngoba ngazolela eJohannesburg Hospital, isikole ngasifunda eParkview Primary School ngaseParktown.
Yes.
So uqala kwami ukubona ukuthi ngase nginalo ikhono for acting, umodela na yonke lento le ngaqala esikoleni ngoba ngifunda ezikoleni lezi.
Yes, mus.
Yeah, so la ngifunda khona ngenza running, swimming, ballet, netball and drama.
Yes.
Yeah. So mengenza zonke lezo zinto lezo babona ukuthi hayi ngeke intombi kaNxumalo la mele bekho.
Yes.
It's the first time when I did drama esikoleni. So when I did drama esikoleni kwakusaphila uMandela ke lapho. Mandela. uMandela wayikhipha lokuzana ama-leadership ey'ngane.
Yes.
For ukuthi befunde drama behambe bephesheya and all the stuff.
Can I ask something? Umjojo wakho, all right? It's George sakho
Oh, isingisi. Ukuthi angisithanda.
Asithi nje ukuthi yabona phela sizoba involved. Angithi phela our viewers are also Australian, American, European, you know. Yeah.
Okay. So when I got that letter,
for the learnership,
yes. I was in grade 1, 2001.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was 6 years to matriculate. Yeah.
Okay. So when I went back home, I gave my mother. She had to sign it. Okay. She signed the first letter. Okay, fine. And then we got the second letter. The second letter. I didn't notice. Funda, Isingisi.
Yes.
So when I grew up, I like they told me at home, no, you once got this and this and this and that. Your mother was scared of like human trafficking.
Yes.
And those times they were
being a so it was still quite a taboo.
So like, my mommy, why is so like ekhaya we were forced to which we should do this because bona they are businesswomen, nurses, doctors.
Yes.
So like they asked us to go to when you grow up what do you want to be? I was like, I want to be a businesswoman and an actor. They said, what are you actor? Yeah. I want to be actor.
Zonke yes.
So like I had to stop doing it, Nyabo. Okay, I did my matric. After my matric, they still asked me, what do you want to do? I want to be a businesswoman and an actor. Actor, you should go do teaching. What's the next door neighbor? Your sister, your cousin, you see all of that.
Yes.
I did my first year.
Yeah.
My second year, I said, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
I dropped out. I was busy with friends, drinking, all of the stuff.
Yes.
You know that vandal game?
Yes.
Man, it's up.
Yes.
Because Vela Bafuni, in teaching, no, I'm not interested in this.
Yes.
So I got an opportunity 2017, Scarring Studio, leadership for filming. Behind the scenes and acting.
Oh, nice. Starring Lesser Town, ne?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. Now it's in Senton. Or was it in Senton then?
Oh, I don't know. But like they moved, I don't know from where.
It's just keeping that was about, but yes. Yeah.
So when I applied for the leadership, I applied. They came back to me by email.
Yes.
Okay, they said, congratulations, please come for auditions and all the stuff. And I was like happy. And like I told my uncles, auntie, they were like,
no.
I told my mom said go try because I was blaming my mother.
Yes. For all the because now will be managed, right?
Like, okay, fine. And then my mother gave me that opportunity. I took it. I went there. I did auditions.
Good rap.
Yeah. Like I'm totally lost because it was my first audition. Oh, the people are reading. Until they called me. Like I didn't have any clue what to do.
Yeah.
Like until I get inside.
That's when it came.
Script. What I want to do.
So would you say the art world for you, acting is your calling? That performance is your calling?
Yeah, performance is really my calling.
For you, Buhle, would you say the same thing?
Well, I'd say competing is my element. I love to compete, not strictly modeling or pageants, but competing.
Yes.
I love to compete.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. What did you study? You said law.
No, I was doing teaching.
You're doing teaching. Did
I'm
you
studying law.
You are actually
I'm
studying law.
Yeah.
How is that going for you?
Well, it's okay. It's okay. A bit hard.
That laughter.
You know why that laughter? Because it's not something I wanted to do originally. I wanted to do forensics actually. So law is not really far from forensics.
Yes.
So that's why I ended up doing law. So that's why that laughter. Yeah.
All right. So guys, today usually what we do now, we have this small talk here, then we move to the lounge, and then we have serious talk. But today I just wanted to try something new. So what we're going to do, I think another word for it is a charcuterie board. Yo, guys, please correct me. The charcuterie board or something. We're just going to do a little platter for us, just a little nibble for us, and then we're gonna move to the dining room and just continue the chat from there. But you guys, Lana, you are going to help me and do the chops and everything, alright? So guys, while we prepare the space and everything, we'll be back after this. And this still is the Table Talk with Usiboniso right here on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for still being tuned in. Also remember, you can also go into our social media pages at @_TTT show, at @TTT show, and comment and let us know what you thought of the show. Let us know what you thought of our outfits and everything else. And if we said something that you felt like should be mentioned more, you can always engage with us there. Alright, so today, like I said, charcuterie board. We were just gonna do a little platter for us, just simple. I always try to accommodate the people that come to the show. Like today we're dealing with models and everything, so I know I have to accommodate light stuff and everything. So yeah. Nemus. So we're just gonna do, lettuce, fish, some fruits and veg there, while sishisa umgosi. Alright. So what I'm gonna ask you to do now, just dice them like I showed you. They're just 1, 2, and then just leave them as they are. And then you're just going to create a whole bed of lettuce there. That is where we're gonna stack up our things. Alright, so things are Buhle.
Yes.
How are you finding this whole thing of being a student, a full-time student and a model at the same time?
Well, actually, I'm studying at UNISA, so I'm a part-time student, not a full-time.
Research team, yo guys, so
so I can accommodate everything. I can accommodate school with pageants at the same time. Yeah. And I manage my time very well.
Besides modeling, have you thought of getting into other performance areas?
No, generally I'm a very shy person. Like I don't really like spotlights.
Yeah.
So, but when it comes to modeling, esikhathini esiningi abantu abaningi bathi uyenza kanjani because ushy.
Right.
I mean, uthanding nalo yilo overcome ubushy bami. So when it comes to maybe acting or kuba video vixen,
yes.
Yeah, I'm very shy.
Hi baby. Please focus on her bed. How guys? Make the bed like nicely. Even the small areas just to add engine, Tell us about the video vixen, right? Yes. Yeah.
I've been on a music video vixen before, Peggy Fresh with Luna. The song is Hold Up.
Yes.
And I did another one again with Peggy Fresh. And the name of the song is Mexico. It's going to be soon out on the TV screen.
Yes, nice.
Channel O.
Well done.
Yeah, so it's behind the scenes filming. Camera, boom swing, slate.
Hey now! Are you right now? Are you busy on a production now?
Yeah, I'm busy on a production, on Exe production.
Nice. Nishutan. Exe sounds familiar. Dalabakona or?
Yeah, Dalabakona.
It sounds familiar.
We did Izithombhe.
Yeah.
So I was acting there, I'm Zodwa, and I was also behind the scenes.
Oh, amazing. In modeling, you're like you're yourself. You're walking, you're advertising the clothes, and then the set life. Which one do you prefer the most? To be a character or just to be yourself and walk?
To be myself.
And walk. Yes.
To be myself. Acting umsebenzi.
Okay.
It's too much work.
All right. At home, what do you guys usually eat? Mawuthi sendlini nje. Angidivela this thing uthama models awadli. So nina man sendlini nje. Guys, don't be afraid. If you try 6 slices and 6 eggs, don't be afraid.
I won't lie. I eat whatever I want. Honestly, I would see nama diet, diet. Also, I eat whatever I want. And then towards a pageant day, that's when we give a time frame when it's okay. I have to adjust, nyana.
Yes.
Yeah. Kota, whatever, anything.
Plus like us, ne? Right. What are your guys' thoughts on teenage pregnancy?
Interesting. Well, personally, I think kenzekile ne?
At the end, yeah.
At the end of the day, fanele udile naleyo situation. But one thing I love about pageants and modeling, they keep you away from the streets, from izinto ezinjalo.
Yes.
Because probably if bengayenzi modeling, I'd probably angazi kabe ngenzani.
Are you that fast?
No,
Oh, okay.
not Uzi, I'm that fast,
Yes.
but hey, it's teenage pregnancy.
Ne?
It's very
Ne?
high. So
Yeah.
now unokuzibuza ukuthi kabe nguphi.
Yeah. Zama?
Oh, yeah, some stories don't shake says.
Yeah.
Mina, I'm 28 years old.
Yes. You look 16, but has
Exactly.
And unomntwana na 7-year-old. It's a girl.
Nice, congrats.
I'm telling you, 21.
Yeah. So we don't count that teenage
Yeah,
pregnancy.
don't count
That's
that.
not
But
Yes.
teenage.
you know, in our culture, with you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so like I won't promote about teenage pregnancy, but yeah, ifigile. So ngoba ngenza modeling, I do acting, I go to workshops, like they teach us
Yes.
how should we take good care of ourselves,
Yeah.
and all the stuff, and focus on our career. So yeah, I am my teenage pregnancy.
You know, you're saying something that Buhle also said, and I'm really impressed with today's modeling space, is how they're always encouraging young ladies to just look beyond the modeling, but to also focus on other aspects of life as well.
Exactly, because when it comes to pageants, like most of the pageants, requirements, like requirements.
Yes.
So one of the requirements is on most pageants. I'm not saying all, but on most.
Yes.
So hence I said if bengayenzi modeling, angizazi kabe ukuphi or kabe. Yeah. As far as the teenage pregnancy and all of that.
Yes.
But with the modeling, I have made sure ukuthi, because it's something I love and it's something engizafuna ukuyenza even in the future. So yeah, ngifundisile ukuziphatha.
So now currently we are living in a generation where women can't dress however they want because they're afraid of spaces that they might find themselves in. What are your thoughts on that? How we are talking of liberation, we're talking of female liberation, male, just liberation of everybody, every community. But there's still a group of ladies who are afraid to get dressed in the manner in which they want to dress because of how they'll be treated when they get into public spaces. What are your thoughts on that?
Wanna start? Oh, okay. I can start, it's fine.
Yeah.
There's a saying, isiZulu, ethi ligotshwa lisemanje.
Listen, yes.
So
yes.
when it comes to abantwana babafana, because ayeke intombazane erechwe intenye intombazane,
Yes.
umfana orepa intombazane. So
Yes.
when it comes to that, I feel like it's how you're being raised, like abazali bakho, indlela bakufundisa ngayo, your upbringing, indlela intshayelo abayifaka ngayo.
Yes.
Because I feel like if umzali and uzofundisa umntanakho ukuthi umuntu wesifazane uphathwa kanje awuyenzi ezinye izinto
Yes.
ezikanje umuntu wesifazane, then
Yes.
kaba sinazo izinto ezinjengabo gender based violence.
Right, yeah. Zam?
Mina into engayisho ukuthi like the way amantombazane agqoka ngakhona, like kusuka ngokuthi pride, like usiqhenya kangakanani.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
don't judge yourself because like leyo nto leyo yehlisa like self esteem. So like ngoba ngenza modeling is about fat, slender, and all those types of
Yes.
bodies and all that
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
They're trying to show ukuthi be confident with your body, don't judge yourself. So laba offended ukuthi like maybe bagqoka izinto ezifishane,
Yes.
like
And I like how you use the word offended. How does someone's dressing offend you?
Exactly.
Like how does
Because
somebody's...
it's different.
Yes. Somebody umuntu expressa ubuyena
so
offend
modeling
you.
like shows
Yeah.
all of those kind, like since usaba umodel oba ngimnyama.
Yo, right? Let's speak on that. I know there's racism and but let's speak on colorism.
Colorism,
Like within us, tribalism. What's the thing you go to? You guys are like I'd say you guys are dark skinned.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that thing, Guti? There's men and there's women, or there's societies that believe Guti light skin is prettier than dark skin.
No.
Is that?
No. I think ukuthi isikhathini samanje it's all about like African,
Yes.
it's about like truth, it's not about fake.
Also, you
see, because when you're lights and all the stuff,
yeah. So you think
trying
we're
to
over
show
that
the
thing now?
beauty.
Yeah.
Natural beauty.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. So you think we're over that whole concept of good lighter is prettier than darker? Okay.
Well, personally, I think colorism it's still there.
Yes.
Yeah, exists kakhulu, and
Yes.
social media has played a very important role when it comes to that. Like idlale indima yayo, because umuntu mekeqala posta 12-inch, I'm not judging ne, but 12-inch yellow bone, blah blah blah. So
Zama
people feel
inch
like,
things or something else.
yeah, so I know I'm not there. I'm not there, but abantu bafila engathi more light skinned, you are better than umuntu or that's
Yes.
like that's what social media has labeled or yayenza ukuthi kube ngakhona. So social media has played a very big thing when it comes to colorism for me. Desasekhona.
So when we say by
because like on the South Africa you see.
Yes. Yes. Before we go to an ad break, back in the day, you know, I think all the Miss South Africans we know, all the way counting to Zozibini, they are tall, they are slender. What was your reaction, or how did you feel when our current Miss South Africa was actually announced as Miss South Africa, taking in like she's bold, she's got hips, she's got all of that? What were your thoughts on that? Mashudu, yes,
Shurufati.
Yes, Shurufati.
Yeah, well, for me, I feel like isikhathi sesambile and izinto zashintsha, you know. So now our patients are no longer focusing on your typical requirements, your height, your body, your size, your beauty. You know, manje siwafocus ezintweni efanele ngabe afocus kuzo long time ago.
Yes.
Like ingqondo yakho, I mean, we have far more to offer than ama-looks wethu. We have far more potential than indlela isize yami ingakhona, yabo. So I feel like indlela esebenza ngayo izinto include every type of body, or like nje include wonke umuntu.
Yes.
So in there, right? Yeah.
Hi.
Now one for my own kid. Yeah.
South Africa, I think they were trying to tell the world about if you have a potential and like the pride, like you know what you want, you can make it. It's not about maybe slender and all the stuff. So yeah.
And another thing I think yenze ukuthi bachinge leyo narrative ukuthi what's the point ukuba uchoose South Africa omuhle, but when it's sekuyisikhathi sokuthi ayisirepresenta ayenze interview nothing like akwazi noku-articulate or construct a sentence, then it's pointless.
Yes.
So
Kwamele ufane nabo what's the name, our current Miss World Uzozibini. You must take up your space. You must solidify yourself. Listen, while she is very smart. Yeah, very smart. We're going to now put everything together, and then we are coming back now, Narcissus. Welcome back, guys. So, you know what I was trying to tell you guys during the episode, that every time when we drink a plate where you have to like build it up, I always get nervous. Like, you know, Izopuma, the way you like. Anyway, so guys, like I told you, we're just going to do a little bit of a platter for us that we're going to enjoy. I think we're gonna enjoy this over hot seat, so that is on Genagam Nand. Anyway, I'll explain what hot seat is later. Okay, so I really don't think there should be a specific way, you know? Let's just be creative, you know. You add whatever you're adding, wherever you feel like, as long, guys, I know we spoke on GBV the other day. Uzalo, that show on SABC1, shout out to Uzalo. They brought in Ubab Patrick Shai. So Ubab Patrick Shai is a famous actor and is a living icon. He came out a few years ago. He was very abusive to his wife. So he joined. There's a lot of organization he's involved with against that. Okay. So they brought him Gugu Zalo because they're playing this whole GBV story. So in your own opinions, guys, do you think our storytellers are really doing justice by telling stories of GBV, or do you think we still need more visibility on those stories as we are plating our stuff here?
Well, I think as far as justice, personally, I don't think
Yes.
by justice. I think
Okay.
badlalisa more of that violent part, ne? And the part of justice is a missing kancane. Because you know, mawukhula usasemncane ubukela TV, whatever you see on TV, iba i-reflection oyenzayo, especially usasemncane. Because uthatha, it's like u-absorber yonke into eyenzakalayo and then uyayenza. So I think if bangafocasa, okay, okudlaleni lezo itori lezo, and then the justice part.
Yes.
Then, yeah, in there's njengabo GBVs ngaba addressed.
Zama, I think you ungangena ngatamati, ne? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so
Do you think your industry is focusing enough on GBV?
I can say 50%.
50%. How so?
Like there are a lot of things happening around. Besides abuse and all the stuff, like we have like serious things like human trafficking. Do we usually get human trafficking like by acting TV?
It's rare, ne?
It's very rare.
Yeah.
Yabo. Raping. It's all about abuse women. Yabo.
Yeah.
And the other thing that they don't do, even men get abused. So why
they don't focus, yes, by women. Also, yes.
Yabo. So yeah, I'm my team. Sure.
You're right. Have you guys don't have to tell me this if you don't want to, ne?
okay.
Have you guys experienced harassment?
Yeah.
It can be GBV, but harassment from men in the workspaces.
I have.
Do you want to speak on it?
Oh, I would love to.
Okay.
I had yeah, shame. This is very serious because I was in a relationship with my man, so he started to be violent just out of the blue. I don't know why. And I feel like with friends, visits, about calls. Like I feel like it's weird. And it was a long distance relationship.
So how was it? So he would abuse you, magahlangana nawe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Ne? Yo, I would go crazy.
And I couldn't even go out, even if nobody at so like when after number one, can you imagine 1 o'clock? He's gonna call me until 3 hours. So yeah, it's very.
So how did you come out of when you came out, did you want to come out or somebody had to open your eyes and say, hey, we are abusive, that's not love?
It came from me, from my heart, because
you finally got
even
tired.
if he was abusing me, like I still loved him.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind, okay, people I'm shined. But no.
Yes.
It's abuse.
So do you guys believe it also, I almost said we as women. Do you also believe that women also are actually allowing these men to abuse them because you feel like, man, because I remember I once spoke to this girl and she was like, if you're talking like shy, I was like, so do you guys agree do you subscribe to that ideology?
It's wrong. It's totally wrong. It's very wrong.
I feel like mina mekezokuyenza kokuqala then kuzoqhubeka. The first time akubeka isandla akazi nje ukuthi.
And the funny part
yes, I think the avocados are too big. Yeah.
If umpani wale shy, the next relationship.
Because that's what you look for.
Yeah,
I don't want to say you are still young because that's just being ageist, ne? But how would you advise a man or a woman who's in a relationship that's abusive but is still being fooled good? Uyangithanda, uzochinja. How do you advise someone like that to wake up, if I can say?
Well, personally, Mina, I have a program that there are initiatives that you do. So there's an initiative that I do that is based on gender-based violence and I'm a survivor and sexual abuse. So from hearing stories of different women who've been in abusive relationships, most of them are like, if awukho kuleyo situation angeke understand. Yebo, as much as, well, according to bona bathi, as much as ungangitshela ukuthi ngiphume akangithanda ukuzama ukungibonisa, for the fact yokuthi ngisamthanda angeke ukubone lokho mina ngisase blind. That's what they are saying.
Yes.
So angazi ke, I've never been in an abusive relationship before, so angazi.
Do you think? Okay, what's your advice? Do you have advice?
I think us girls, like, we be in a relationship for certain reasons.
Ooh, yes.
So we end up finding ourselves in this situation because maybe you don't have family,
Oh, right.
and the guy
So
knows
Tshabalala for a benefit. Yes. Yes.
And then some are out there for love. And also get abused. So I'd rather tell that like, I communicate and listen to her heart, because
Ne? Yeah.
So iguwe lento lokuthi wena ufunani kahle kahle.
But I think nje nokuzimela empilweni
Hey.
it's very important, because
Independent,
sometimes
yes.
amanye relationship, I mean, izinto esizikunexisayo kuma next door nani. Thola umama akakwazi ukuzimela, so ubaba
Yes.
already ufila engathi une upper hand or always une power over yena, because uyazi anyeka yendawo noma ngamshaya uzolala la, akanayo enye indawo angaya kuyo, akana
Yes.
family, akana needs.
Yes.
So ukuzimela sometimes kubalekile
As a
empilweni.
woman.
Yes.
Ukuzimela, that also, it brings a lot of things like, do you guys also feel like we are still living in a society where when it comes to the workspace, women, it's not fair on women, the treatment, or do you think now we've got women empowerment, it's so strong which you can see women leading?
Well, I think now, like, it's 21st century. Like,
Yeah.
siyazimela, we're taking up space, njoguzo za shilo.
Yes.
Amantombazana are
Cement
very
yourself.
powerful. Yeah. So, like, he's breaking into a lot of industries. I mean, soccer when you go to umuntu wesifazane, but now we have
Yes.
a presenter, we have a director,
Yes.
behind the scenes. So
Yes.
we have women in construction. So akusafani njengakudala.
There's some form of improvement.
Like I'm saying, a woman's place belong in the kitchen. What the
Yes.
hell? Like, that's not my dreams. That's
As
not my
wife.
purpose.
Okay, last question before we move on to the dining room, to the lounge, to the sitting, before we go eat.
What?
Yeah. Like so many industries now, they're always saying it's a male-dominated space. It's a male-dominated industry. There's the kitchen, there's the food and beverage, like in the chefs and all of that. Like you just said, women are like always in they're preserved to be in the kitchen, like
kitchen,
expected barefoot pregnant in the kitchen. And yet you go within the kitchen, you go in the food world, ama restaurant, the chefs, it's still a male-dominated industry. Do you see the fairness in that? If that question makes sense. Does it make sense, Hori? Men expect women to be subservient in the kitchen, but yet the kitchen space, the chef space, is still dominated by males.
Well, personally, I feel like it's fair. Mozobona umuntu wesilisa ekitchen iyasiphula futhi lesasisho sokuthi indawo yomuntu wesifazane.
You're right. Yes, I've
belong
never
in the
thought of it
kitchen.
that way. Yes.
So ngibona kanjalo mina.
Yes.
And yeah, I feel like it's fair.
It shows
iyakhombisa ukuthi akunama gender roles. Anyone can do anything.
like construction.
Yes.
It's still the same. Because you even get women in construction.
Yeah.
Companies.
All right, guys, let us finish up here because my concentration, like I told you, my concentration is like right here.
Yeah.
So let's finish up here. When we come back, we are going to be by the glorious dining room, and then we'll be eating our glorious platter. Siyabuya manje. Alright, welcome back. We are right in my little dining nook. We are about to devour this glorious set that we've done here. Yeah guys, thank you so much for still being here. Thank you for helping. Okay, there really isn't rules on how to eat your platter, but I'll just say, like, you can, your bread, your fish, your ever, whatever. The strawberries and the strawberries and the pineapple, I would say they're sort of like a palate cleanser. So maybe you've had your bread and your cheese, now you want to try bread and the fish. So just nibble on the strawberry and the pineapple just to cleanse, that acidity. Then you go back, all right? Okay. So let's dig in. You might dance wherever you want to dance, Yeah. Okay. And then here in mustard, so if you just want to dip the mustard, if you're a fan of mustard, just for extra flavor. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just start with the pineapple that just to cleanse. Yeah. So okay, in the show there's this thing we call hot seat. So hot seat, we ask you very steamy, hot questions. You can answer whichever way you want, even if you throw shade. Uzoxolisa when the seat cools down. Is that okay? Right.
Okay.
Let's go. When it comes to looks, excuse me, Mr. Director, please give me another sauce there, just to put this aside.
Oh.
The sauce is there, yeah. So I'd called it a sauce. Thank you. So you can just throw your pineapples here. Things that need to be disposed. Okay. One has to go. One has to go. Our current Miss USA, Miss World, Zozibini, or Miss Universe. I mean, our current Miss Universe, Zozibini, and our former Miss South Africa, Shudu. One has to go. One has to go.
Well, I'll definitely go with Zozi.
Zozi is staying or going?
Staying.
Okay, so Shudu is going.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Lindeming.
Yes, one has to go.
Mashood has to go.
Mashudu has to go. Okay. Why? Tinasin, we ask and
Okay. I mean, I personally am more drawn to Ama Brains Gazozi. I feel like she's very smart.
Yes.
And yeah, I just, she's just my personal choice. Yeah, and I'm sad.
Why?
Mm.
Oh, okay. All right. One has to go. Black coffee, Zex Bantwin.
Zex will go for me.
Okay.
Zex will go for me too.
Why?
I don't know much about Zex name, but I know more about Black coffee, and I just like Indela anga focusanga only on his music. Focus like you focus like in terms of our business and stuff. And I like that.
Okay.
Black coffee is born in a sick.
Yeah.
To youth, like
Maraga Patali maintenance.
Oh
No.
There's this thing there. I tried Black coffee that he donated money. I don't know for what.
Marushama bounce again back.
No comment.
All right. So wait, guys. For me, what I just did now, I took a bread and I pasted the cheese on the bread. Then I put the fish on the avo. That tasted nice. But again, your own style. Okay. What are your guys' thoughts on this current thing that is happening between Ubuji Bikwa no Boy Tumelo Tulo? Do you guys want to comment on that? I personally, okay, we'll tell you after you guys answer. Do you want to comment?
Okay, I don't know the other person you just mentioned, but I know Uboiti.
You don't know Buji Bikwa?
No. Who is she or who is he? And Mazi, and I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you can elaborate, maybe.
Okay.
Then
Do you know about it?
No, I don't.
Okay. So, according to the audios that are being released right now, maybe somewhere, and then they were drunk, they were drinking. Mara, when you listen to the video, the audios, there's a little backstory. Like, for me personally, I feel like Ubuji went to Boiti for consultation.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think it sounds like Buji went to Boiti for a consultation or something.
Oh.
But then Ngati akahambanga kahle in that consultation. So when they're in this mcimbi, Ubuji then confronted Uboiti ukuthi wena amadlozi wakini anjani. So I think kwaba nokuphendulana, and then one said something, ended up Ubuji throwing a glass towards Boiti's direction that broke Yamshaya waba and all of that. So Boiti opened a case for abuse, Buji opened a case for abuse.
Okay.
Yeah. Now remember, Buji is a man, openly gay. Yes. So I remember we were talking about GBV.
Yeah.
So what is now your stance on that one?
Okay, I'd go with Boiti, number one. Number two, I feel like if Ubuji has taken a decision, I would say consult Aguboiti, that was his decision.
Yes.
No one fostered him.
Yes.
And if I feel like I am satisfied, why not go to consult somewhere else than INZ scene or drama engaga out of that. So I'm definitely going with Ubuiti.
I'm also going with Boiti. Why no Bushiro? Also, like case on Boiti, all the stuff. I did it public. And to cause all the drama.
Well, I feel like it wasn't public, but the fight ended up going public because of someone ended up bleeding.
So, for me, it's just to see if you're not satisfied about something, go somewhere else. That's what I
Okay. Do you guys prefer? How old are you?
22.
Okay. Do you guys prefer guys with big dick or just
I should have said 18. I'm 18.
I'm 16.
I'm 18.
Alright guys, come on now.
I mean, I no comment.
Big dick, small dick. I economic.
As long
as you, like, I think sex goes with feeling.
Yeah.
It's not about big dick, small dick.
So like if you're gonna be now say I unentengan is cause vela when I'm feeling beyond. So would you guys go for what's your preference actually? Not would you? What is your preference? Nigerian or South African? South African or non-South African?
Nah. Bottom line. Whether African, Nigerian, like if you're genuine with me, then yeah. Doesn't depend on race or where you're from.
Yeah.
I like my Zulu smell.
Malanghlala ngizwa endabeni ukuthi amaZulu. Angifuni ukushaya, okay. Angifuni ukushaya. What are your guys' thoughts on Uzoda Abantu? I love Zoda. I'm always asking people about Uzoda Abantu because she's doing something very new that for us as Africans, yes, true, so it's still taboo. So I always want to find out from just the general public. What are your thoughts on Uzoda Abantu?
Well, personally for me, Mumuntu yenza into ofuna ukuyenza into ejabulisa wena, ane? So as much as abantu ba different, abantu bathatha izinto ngendlela different. If it works for her, if it makes her happy, so be it.
Okay. For you?
That was what I was talking about earlier. To be yourself. Don't compare yourself. Do what you want. Zoda is very happy. Very proud in her age.
That's okay. So on social media, how do we get a hold of you?
Well, on IG, I am Buhle.Tshabalala. And then Facebook, Buhle Tshabalala. I am not on Twitter, so yeah, only those two.
Buhle Tshabalala.
Buhle Tshabalala. Tshabalala T. TSH.
Tshabalala. Yeah, that's how I write them. Yeah.
On Facebook, I'm below.
I already have your account. Never been account. Yeah.
On Facebook, I'm below. Instagram, it's Zama.
Nice. Also, no Twitter.
No Twitter. No, not
Do you guys have reasons why you don't have Twitter?
Personally, I have a few reasons. I love Twitter, so I don't even want to find myself in that situation. Twitter, it's a no for me.
On social media, we are at @_T show. @_T show. Right here on YouTube, we are The Table Talk with Usiboniso. One word. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you got to learn a few things about the modeling world and all the other spaces that we spoke of. Just in closing, I would like to say, there is never a reason to stay in an abusive relationship. There is never a reason to stay in an abusive relationship. Love or no love, there is no reason to stay. Money or no money, there's no reason to stay in an abusive relationship. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. See you again in our next episode. We love you.
sayodla.
Oh, let's go. Yo! Then in peace, manje.